Imagine this, a coup plot stopped just moments from success. A young leader, a single heartbeat away from being overthrown, and an entire nation holding its breath. At the very center of this storm is Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso. And to really get why this man has such a massive target on his back, you've got to understand the revolution he's trying to build from the ground up. And then came the official statement. And man, it sent a shockwave across West Africa. A plot to topple the government, stopped dead in its tracks. But the real bombshell? The part that made everyone stop and listen? The accusation that this whole operation was based out of neighboring Côte d'Ivoire. That turns a neighbor into an alleged enemy. So you have to ask, right? What is this man doing that has people taking such incredible risks to get him out of power? Why would anyone risk everything to remove him? To get to the bottom of the plot against him, we have to first understand the mission he's on. You see, Traoré's vision for Burkina Faso, it's radical. He's not just looking forward, he's reaching back into the past, to the country's legendary revolutionary hero, Thomas Sankara, to build a new future. And for him, that future doesn't start in some government building. It starts in the soil. And this isn't just talk. It's a massive economic gamble. The government has poured over $120 million directly into what they're calling an agricultural offensive. We're talking tractors, seeds, irrigation, all going straight into the hands of the farmers who need them most. And get this, that bet is already paying off. Big time. We're seeing a staggering 40% jump in how much food they're getting from each hectare of land. That's not just a number on a chart. That's the first real step to breaking the chains of dependency. Look, this is so much bigger than just growing more grain. It's a full-on strategy for national sovereignty. It's about creating real jobs for the thousands of people forced from their homes by conflict. It's about building their own factories, like their very first tomato processing plant, to keep the money, the wealth, right there in Burkina Faso. And you can really feel what this means when you listen to folks on the ground, people like Marc Gansaray. For him and for so many others, Traoré isn't just another leader. He's like Sankara, reawakened. He's tapping into that dormant spirit of self-reliance and national pride. But here's the thing about a revolution like this. It's fragile. It's vulnerable. And Traoré knew he couldn't secure it with foreign troops on his soil. So he made a move that shocked everyone. He told them all to leave. The French, the Americans, everybody out. If you're going to have true sovereignty, he argued, you need to secure your own damn territory. But you know what happens when you throw out the old playbook, right? You don't just make friends. You make powerful, dangerous enemies. Every single step Traoré took towards real independence was a direct threat to the old way of doing things. And that kind of threat always gets a response. And if you listen to Traoré himself, his take on this is chilling. He claims that some foreign powers were playing this twisted double game, offering to help him fight terrorism with one hand while secretly propping up those same terrorists with the other. He calls it a maintained war, a fire they deliberately keep burning. And when you actually map it all out, a very clear, very disturbing pattern starts to take shape. Watch this. The French pull out. Traoré launches his agricultural revolution. Then he kicks out all the remaining foreign forces. And with each move, the tension ratchets up until it explodes in this alleged coup. So that accusation, it just hangs there in the air. The idea that the people who tried to kill him to end his government found a safe place to plan it all, just across the border. Suddenly, this isn't just an internal problem anymore. It's an international crisis. Now, to really understand the kind of fear this threat creates in the Sahel, you have to look at a playbook that's been run before. The threat isn't just a military takeover, it's a slow, grinding campaign of total destabilization. And the ghost of what happened in Venezuela, well, it looms very, very large. So, how does this playbook work? It often kicks off with economic warfare. Sanctions. Not just sanctions to pinch a government, but sanctions designed to absolutely crush an entire society, to make life for millions of ordinary people a living hell. And there's a name for this tactic. It's called collective punishment. It's when you take economic tools and you turn them into weapons of war. And the casualties? They're always the most vulnerable. The poorest, the sickest, the children. And listen, this isn't some academic theory. This has a real body count. Just look at Venezuela. In just the first year of those heavy sanctions, we're talking more than 40,000 people dead, an economy in freefall. Food imports slashed by almost 80%. And kids, 22% of children under 5 were left stunted from malnutrition. This is the nightmare scenario. This is what Traoré believes he is fighting tooth and nail to prevent. But here's the thing about pressure. It doesn't always break something. Sometimes it forges it into something much, much stronger. And faced with this existential threat, Burkina Faso and its neighbors, they didn't crumble. They came together. It's fascinating, really. The pressure, the coup plot, it seems to have had the complete opposite effect of what was intended. It didn't isolate Traoré. No, it pushed him and his neighbors closer, accelerating the creation of a whole new power bloc in the region, the Alliance of Sahel States. And just listen to the raw emotion, the gravity in the words of Malian General Aliou Baidara talking about their new unified banner. For these nations, this alliance isn't just some piece of paper. It's a sacred bond, one paid for in blood and sealed by a shared destiny. And their mission is crystal clear. It's a two-step plan. Step 1, security. Take back every single inch of their land and make their people safe. And only then, only after that, can step 2 begin, development. For them, you absolutely cannot have one without the other. So, in the end, the plot to take out Ibrahim Traoré failed, but it blew the lid off a much bigger question. Can these nations actually break free from the old systems that have held them down for so long and forge their own path? Their new alliance is a defiant yes, but it also draws a brand new line in the sand, setting the stage for a showdown, a high-stakes standoff that could very well redefine the future of the entire continent.